Haven't yet. Welcome back to Energy of Low videos. This show, pre-drinking. Haven't yet. Okay. Only shield on my tweets, so I still got some other things to shield. While we wait, I want to say hello to everyone. And immediately, I want you to know that we're going to be doing this for about an hour. And then I'm going to go down and get American Truck Simulator ready, because we got the California DLC. Aha. Okay. Jesus. So, yeah, it's been a crazy couple of days. I want to apologize for not streaming on Tuesday. Honestly, I forgot I was meant to be doing it until it was like way too late. So Discord. Discord always takes the longest to pull off. It's fucking annoying, man. It's fucking annoying. To be annoying is life. But is life to be annoying? Yes. Pull off. It's fucking annoying, man. Okay. La 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 la. Yeah, we'll do this for about an hour, give or take. Just enough to open up my eyes, so to speak. Mostly in booze. Bloofed. I believe in so many discords and joining new ones that it's all over the place. I'm sure there's an easier way of doing this. There usually is. Yeah, it's about time we get back to the trucking, considering how long was the last one? The Iowa one? That was like, what, 2-3 months ago? This channel was built by trucking. Hauling tism from one side of the Rockies to the other. Actually, be more one side of California to the other, because originally it was just California. Okay, that's it for the shilling. And, if I'm right, I managed to get the bloody chat working again. Ah! Yes! Look at it! Look at it! I could see all. And the delay's not too bad either. Alright. Alright. Hey! Brilliant! Oh, he's being a busy boy. You gotta give COBES credit, he works. He works that screen. Now, let's just, turn off the background. Hi, me. And go on to King Cobra. Yeah, you can see that. You can see that sweet boy right there. You can see that sweet boy. And sweet might not be the right term, but I'm giving him the high ground. I'm giving him the high ground. I have an idea this month to test out. Mickey Richards said, unless there's something comes up in his life, or my life for that matter, that he's down for it, we're going to do a show. I'll wait until some people are in the chat. Also, if I'm going to have a drink, I might need something to hold the drink in the bottle. It's called a cup, or perhaps some sort of glass. Only time will tell. I've got the Grease Trap song stuck in my brain. It's weird. So, buttons. Right, so, quick rundown for anyone who doesn't know who COBES is. I mean, it looks fine there. I mean, COBES is COBES. Like, you probably know who he is. Goth bad boy from, like, Wyoming or Montana. Quite the character. People troll him, but then again, he has some pretty horrible takes. I think he's an incel. I don't want to give him a label he doesn't have when he has so many of them anyway. But as you can see here, he has fans. He has genuine fans. And he makes money. He makes money in two ways. One, he makes money from people donating to troll him with the text-to-speech. You guys could do that if you want. The link for the Streamlabs is down there. And, The other way he makes it is by making wands. Oh, I remember. I can't watch this because he plays music. I don't even think he does a very good job of it. He does it in tribute to the actor who played Vader. He died. But let's have a gander at this. I don't think I've seen this one.
What is up, YouTube? It's your favorite goth bad boy, King Cobra JFS, back at you, cool.
Oh, did I hear a...
What is up, YouTube?
Wow.
It's your favorite.
His audio went all over the place.
King Cobra JFS, back at you, cool Cobras, with another video. So I still have the pan that the fan sent me.
Oh, he's 16 seconds in and we're right off the gate. So, he does cooking videos, but, his cooking videos are, that's to say they show more of his standard of living than they do his food. And his food is pretty horrific looking. Like, Lord of Patriarchy has better cooking shows. That old English lady who Charlie looks at, where her answer to everything is more meat and more lard. The fuck is a COBES? It is a King COBES, Rose. It is a King COBES. And what he is? That's a good question. I think he tries to be human, but he's like some sort of shambling bog monster that that can't quite make it.
But in an effort to contain the grease, so
Come
it
on.
doesn't get all over the place,
like last
we
time.
have ourselves this nifty little pan right here.
Ooh, I can already see the lining of grease there. Dude, use a microwave. Eat out. Don't just constantly broil and fry up your food 24/7.
Which gets hot very quickly. That's most definitely what's freaking up. Alright, so
He makes my facial hair look good.
the YouTube fans have been wanting me to make a cooking video. I can sense it.
We have. It is true.
Like,
but not for the reason you think.
Gonna make a new cooking video.
And of course he knows that he's being trolled.
So I'm like, well, we can definitely do that. I'll grab some Rust Payne County seed.
What the fuck is going on with his audio? It's like when it doesn't detect it, it takes off half its ability to select sound, and then when he talks, it just bumps back up.
Seasoning, and we're going to toast up our buns first, and then we're going to...
I don't like this angle that he's at.
Yeah.
Oh look, actually, it's clean. Terrifying. Oh god. Wall. Now I can judge, but I'm currently going through a huge amount of dampness in my wall. The management company's going to be coming out, so I'm gonna respectfully not point out that there might be a stain or two on the wall already.
Let's get the bread all toasted up.
Imagine some Lovecraftian thing trying to squeeze itself to a human suit, but it's so grotesque. Parts of it are still poking out. Yeah. It's like the cartoon villain that's in like the trench coat, and you know, you can still see tentacles coming out, but all you can see is like its eyes behind like a shadow. You can trust me.
But this is gonna be a Thanksgiving leftovers burger.
Oh god. Well, at least he had a Thanksgiving.
We'll see how it do, right?
We don't obviously celebrate Thanksgiving.
Some sweetheart bread. It don't matter what kind of bread you use. You can use Texas toast, white bread, wheat bread.
See what he's doing there? I've been guilty of this. That's not how you reclose a bag of bread. You're leaving all the air in. You like. There's other ways you can close a bag of bread so it's less likely to go off.
Get some bread.
But I do this from time to time, so.
So essentially, YouTube, this is going to be a Thanksgiving leftovers patty melt with bacon.
Well, of course it needs bacon. Your King Cobra, when does it not require flesh that's been fried in blubber?
We're going to take our Rust Payne County seasoning.
Oh, let's bring out the meat.
Season both slices. Yep.
I found out that there's a cam girl or a streamer, and no joke, apparently she absolutely fancies the arse off him. Like, that's
classic sweetheart.
That's unfortunate.
Right, let's see how
it gives him hope.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's bread.
You already know. Flip the
Okay,
on this bread.
Okay.
Chicken, some stuffing. And we're going to essentially we're going to take that and make it into a bacon cheeseburger with your leftovers.
Ooh! I wonder if we're going to see if he's going to eat the burger like an apple sandwich when he's done.
On this bread.
He doesn't understand why people make fun of him for that.
Great value sweet cream salted butter.
I like how he gets store brand. But dude, save some money.
We got our butter. Right.
Oh, the way he's handling it.
Beautiful.
Butter.
We need a knife for that, so we got a knife.
Keep your twist ties absolutely.
And I'm just gonna cut that in half for now.
Oh, it's close to. Imagine if you cut his hand. I've cut my hand cutting butter before. Oof, my finger.
Son of a bitch.
Doesn't add to the flavor. Oh my! Look at that's a chunk of butter right there. No, we need more. More. Also, did he wash his hands? I don't think he washed his hands.
There we go.
No. Just throw more. Yeah, more.
Bacon.
And then get yourself some lard.
Beautiful.
Yes, because that butter will be good for next time.
Now
maybe you'll have guests over and you'll make them a sandwich.
The other half for the top of our burger. Delicious, greasy goodness. That little slice of butter.
I'm actually surprised it's as clean as it is. This is his new apartment. His last apartment was just a disaster. So it's very hard to find something to be like, whoa, look at that.
But
hey, bro.
Make something delicious with.
Remember me? I remember you, Arthur.
Make a bacon cheeseburger. That's what I'm saying, YouTube. Beautiful.
Do you remember COBES of King? King COBES.
Oh, you didn't see
is
the line, but there you go. Plug it. Show it. There we go.
Oh yes, stocks of that bread is just going to skyrocket now because he showed it up on screen. None of this feels natural to me. It's like he's handling everything like it's the first time he's interacted or seen food. Granted, maybe he's a nice guy. Maybe takes some cooking videos. Yeah, he's. I'm surprised he's not showing like this is a knife. You use it to cut things. This is an oven. Apparently, you put this switch, and then the oven makes heat that you use to use food, and food is energy. Normally, I just stand out in the sun and soak in its rays, and that keeps me going. But humans need food. Hasn't lived there enough to trash it yet. Yeah, it's early days. Look at his wand collection. I can't believe they gave him permission to make his wands indoors. Like, that is just a recipe for disaster in an apartment with white walls. I'm thinking it'll take about a year to really show, but there's already a stain on his carpet. Alright, let's go on ahead, because obviously he's cooking. This is going to take some time. We'll jump around. So, she's got so many other videos I haven't seen that I want to, Ugh, I don't trust what's in that pan.
Oop.
What's going on here?
I'm thinking that bacon done.
That's bacon?
Yeah, that bacon is definitely done.
I like his collar with the incredibly uncomfortable lock in the front of it. That would make it next to impossible for him to do, like, look down too far. He's kind of stuck in this chattel limbo.
So...
Chattel limbo. That'd be a depressing but fun thing.
Quite crispy, but not quite chewy.
Don't give me texture details there, Cobes.
Sit that down for a second. This is where we,
Ooh. That might have come from the last place, honestly.
This is where we take and fry up or reheat some of our Thanksgiving.
Whoa! Let's have a look at that bacon. That looks black as fuck. Maybe he likes it like that.
But we're gonna take this big old slice of turkey and we're gonna...
Oh! I hope he's not...
There we go.
So he took a bite of it and then he put it on the pan.
But we're gonna take this big old slice of turkey and we're gonna...
I don't know, man. I know he doesn't like cook for people, but still.
In that buttery love. Getting some of that off.
Dude, stop eating your ingredients before you cook with them.
Go with our turkey.
Well, we didn't need turkey anyway for this recipe.
I should be using it. So what am I doing? Let's use a spatula for this.
No, use your fingers on the scalding hot pan. That would be better.
Show you what this looks like. And again, you know, this is a great way to turn your Thanksgiving leftovers into something different, unique, tasty, whatever.
Oh, he thinks a sandwich made out of leftovers is unique. I think a few people beat you to it beforehand there, Cobes. Just a smidge.
New pan seems to cook just fine.
Yeah, it does.
I'm told that these are really easy to cook on and really easy to clean up, so we'll see.
Clean up, huh? Ugh. Ugh. It's just piling up every time I skip ahead.
Just, you know.
Oh, God.
Alright, YouTube, so now we got, I mean, look at that. Like, the turkey is, it's been reheated, you know? All that.
It looks like turkey that you've reheated in a pan.
Yeah, it cooked right into there.
It's fine.
Try to get, like, 2 slices here.
What's that, cheese?
Then 2 slices.
Is a sweet stove setup? Yeah, I think he bought it exactly because of his last one.
To start off with.
He was being ridiculed so much for his grease nightmare that was his kitchen.
Right there, beautiful.
And let's see if he keeps it in good nick. Because it's one thing to have a thing, and another thing to completely destroy it after you get it.
Bacon, turkey, etc.
So he thinks this is. He's not even putting sauce or butter on it.
All right, so start off with the bacon.
Here we go. Here's the moment of truth.
Put 2 pieces going this way, and then 2 pieces going that way.
Uh-huh.
Nice little.
Whoa, 3 bacon?
Bacon center here.
It's like I know it's just grease, but ugh.
So there we go. We got our bacon and our cheese and our burger.
You didn't even melt the cheese.
Now before you put your chicken on, make sure there's no bones or anything. Okay, we're good. No bones. Awesome sauce.
You know there's no bones! What is it, the fucking leg?
There's that little piece.
You can see it's all flesh, and I kind of wish I had turkey. I can get something for Christmas. But I gotta get the PlayStation 5 first. Yeah.
Okay, so now that chicken is on there.
Sauce. Butter. Oh, no, he's drizzling something.
It's gonna get greasy good.
He's drizzling something.
Alright, so now we face a challenge with stuffing. How is it gonna stay on? I was thinking about just like, maybe putting some kind of sauce on the bottom bun, or the top bun, I mean.
Nah, he forgets which.
On there better.
Dude, how does this take you an hour?
And you know what?
It desperately it's still alive, but it also desperately wants to escape being eaten by him.
Because it's got chicken. Maybe throw like a little bit of barbecue sauce on there.
Okay, look, here's the thing. If I was absolutely shit-faced and all this stuff was pre-cooked, this might look delicious to me. I'm not going to lie. But other than this is just a lonely bachelor chow. This is bachelor chow from Futurama. Delicious and sad. But we're here for the construction, less so much the flavor. Come on, a big dob of it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, all over that bread.
That barbecue sauce. And the sauce will act.
I didn't need to pull out.
An adhesive, basically, is what I'm hoping it'll do.
An adhesive. Also, notice his eye. It's been fixed. And it's more off-putting now than it was when it was wonky.
And we're going to stuff it on top.
Do not laugh about stuffing in any context. And oh god, he keeps licking his fingers, then going back into the bag.
I did there.
Here, does anyone else want a sandwich? No, I'm good. I'm good. I ate.
Stuffing is it condenses pretty well, so you can just sit there and stick it on there. Of course, if you wanted to use like leftover cranberries.
How much? Jesus Christ. Now he's microwaving it. He's microwaving the cheese. He's microwaving the sandwich. Buddy, get yourself a little grill thing. One of those little, a little blowtorch. Tiny little thing. And when the cheese is sitting on top, you go for all of like 10 seconds and boom! You have a nice even cheese that won't taste like plastic when it comes out. Do your taste buds a favor. You're not using good bread. The cheese didn't look unpassable. I will say that. It looks like he got like some nice... What? What?
Report of the week. Mostly healthy food reviews.
Mostly healthy food reviews. He better not be referring to that sandwich. That sandwich is like literally everything. He might as well pour some heroin on top of it for good measure. That is like have a side order of fries, but they're all deep fried cigarettes. You know, like
I was doing
deep fried cigarettes. Mentho-y. Tastes like real tar.
You know, I want the cheese to be just freaking right. Oh yeah.
I made some toasted ham and cheeses earlier. Very basic. But Christ almighty, ugh.
We got bacon.
This is the type of meal you get after you still haven't gotten over your girlfriend a year later. Yeah, let's throw some Doritos on top. That kind of looks like a salad.
Well, we got a table to review it.
Oh, I have a feeling it's going to taste exactly how it looks.
I want to let it cool off first.
Oh, it's hot.
I'm trying to sag on us a little bit.
Take away its card. He doesn't deserve to be in Hollywood. What the fuck is he? Why did he move that jar?
YouTube.
What's in that jar? What are in his cupboards? Food? Something else? Mystery?
1 second. Yeah. This should be pretty freaking tasty.
R.I.P. toaster that probably doesn't work. R.I.P. Oh, you know that he has like a dedicated crying time of his day. If he had like a day calendar, it'd be get up, masturbate for 4 hours, lay in bed, cry, stream, eat, sometimes two at the same time, masturbate for another 4 hours, cry himself to sleep, repeat. He is in many ways 2020 as a man. COBES is 2020 AD or CE if you don't want the religious connotations.
How long is this video?
We need to get this man a corncob pipe.
55 minutes. Alright, so it may take a minute to upload to the...
That toaster is waiting for a chance to and hit him on the head. It wants vengeance for the time he stuck his dick into it.
Desktop, but...
Or maybe it already happened. That's why his hat got bonked.
New apartment, new cooking video. Alright.
Is he reading the chat? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe here, folks, by the way. I have to remind myself to shill more. And if you can, don't forget to check out our Discord. You'll find Twitter, Twitch, Discord, Streamlabs, and all the other good stuff. Well, actually, no, you won't, because there's not much else down there besides.
You have it, YouTube.
Yes, the sandwich. We watched you build it. Eat the damn sandwich.
It's gonna be good.
Well, you needed a good taste of tobacco in your mouth first.
I'll let it cool off for a second.
Cool off? It's probably freezing cold by now.
Wash it down with. That's a burger.
No, it's not. That's sadness between two bread. Oh God, he needs to flavor it a bit, but it's blowing smoke into it. Ah, the great taste of Virginia. Healthy.
It's gonna be stacked with protein.
Oh yes, that is true. That is true. There's gonna be lots of protein there. There'll be other stuff there too, but mostly focus on the protein part.
Look at that monster.
He's not eating it like an apple.
Burger.
He's not eating it like an apple.
I mean, here it is in my hand.
Oh, eat it like that. Eat it like that.
Let's
Eat
get
it
a bite
like
of
that.
it.
I show. I suddenly got a flashback to Attack on Titan. Oh God, I want to see a naked Titan with his face walking towards me with a big grin on it. There, like that.
That first bite.
Oh God, he literally.
Oh, that second bite.
No, he isn't visiting this year. Oh
The
god.
amount of grease just dripping down my
Oh!
right now.
Oh, alcohol, take me away. Fuck, I might want to remember how
Give
to
it a third
drink.
bite. We'll give you a cross section.
Oh, only the highest
The
Stop!
chicken, the turkey, the stuffing, the
Jesus
cheese.
Christ. Cobes.
YouTube.
This is like when the girl
That's
gets a
Boom
cream pie
Burger.
and then sits in front of the camera and spread your legs so wide open you can see the opening of her
You can use
cervix.
thinner bread for your patty melts, but this is why you have to be careful with them on the thinner bread because
There's limits, you know?
from that burger patty, see it starts to tear open to the beef.
Dude,
So it's something to look out for.
dude, I'd
That's why I
say get a
recommend
pet,
next time I
but you'd
make
probably
it,
eat the damn thing.
that way the grease travels to the back of the sandwich instead of the bottom. But,
I'd rather watch Mickey Richards eat the pickles
That
again.
would be tasty. That nice meaty bite.
I know,
That
that's
bacon,
one reason
chicken.
why I watch this dude. When I think life is
That
rough,
bacon has that Miss Piggy's bacon rub.
he said Miss Piggy's bacon rub. There's a lot I could say right now. But I have just eaten, and some of it was a ham and cheese sandwich. So I'm gonna be good.
Which is giving it a sweetness. All the flavors combined. Leftover.
God, don't eat this fucking close to the camera. Why wouldn't you present us with this part bit off? That's like presenting a used show with all the dents.
That's not bad, YouTube.
It's not.
If you dig the burger recipes.
It's not good either.
You know, in the comment section below, would you try this burger?
Yes. But you know what? Mine wouldn't look. I'd do more. For God's sake, you didn't even put any butter on the damn thing. Not that it needed any more dairy products or grease, but. Oh, so here's the goal to say this is healthy without a single bit of green on it. Like, oh, Jesus Christ.
If you made too much food on.
Alright, one thing I would do, I'd get all the cheese that he did, right? And I'd rip it up into strips. And then I'd melt the strips into like a sort of like the mac and cheese sauce. So I'd put a bit of milk in. I'd put a little bit of, maybe I'd like to get a little bit of garlic in there. Slice in a bit of garlic. But then I'd get all the meat and do the same. I'd like dice it down into like little cubes. Then I'd combine the two and turn it into like a sort of paste. Then I would get myself like a fresh bap, you know? Like right out of a bakery. A demi-baguette, or even something better, like maybe a pita? Wouldn't it be so bad with a pita? I guess get some pitas, right? Healthy for eating that Wonder Bread shit. And then I would proceed to go and slice it open. And basically pour the mixture inside. But I would also add more spices to it, man. Like, there's no pepper. There's a bit of chili. A bit of sweet chili would be lovely in that. Come on. Get creative. You've got all these ingredients and you just throw them into a pot and go, done. I cook like this when I am incredibly depressed. That's what I do. Why would you present us? Hiya, Mickey! I was just thinking of you. I would eat dude, I would eat it too, but I'd eat it my way. And I recommend Mickey Richards, if you eat it your way. Rewatch this if you haven't already. Get all his ingredients. But I bet you'd still produce something 10 times better than whatever he's eating. Just deep fry it. Don't even mix them together. Just get all the ingredients, throw them into a huge pan, cover it in lard, deep fry it until it's like this mush, and eat it like a porridge. Out COBES King Cobra. You know what I had earlier? 2 roast beef and cheese sandwiches and pita bread with a handful of stir-fried veggies thrown in with French dressing. I already 100 of those before these. Yeah, I get that, man. That doesn't sound too bad. Depends what veggies. And depends how fried they are. Because I don't say no to I don't say no to a lot of vegetables that are like really well crisped. Like vegetable crisps are actually really nice. COBES. Okay, so this also took him an hour. This took him an hour to do. There he is, still eating a little bit like an apple. I know it's only a tiny bit, but still.
Here we got one last bite.
Wait, where is it? I saw a face he pulled back there. It looked like he knew we would be doing this to him. Now, he doesn't know who we are. He doesn't know who we are. But he knows the internet will do this to him. But he went all the way out of his way to do this. It's like he's having buyer's remorse on his own video. Oh, COBES, please don't change. Because you're actually quite successful at what you do. No joke. You're sad in every other way, but what you actually do is successful.
YouTube, we got one last bite.
Also, pro tip to anyone doing a cooking video, you don't need to eat the whole thing on camera. Take bites, take 2, but you don't need to go... It was just one of those frozen bags that you microwave. It turns out to be crunchier than expected, but some of it was still cold. Get rid of the broccoli and mini corn, and then we can talk. This is like ASMR, but gross, so it's like ASMR. Come at me. And I've done ASMR. I'm not the first girl who's had to do things they didn't like to turn people on.
I don't see why not.
Ugh. I still really like those like gilded mugs. I have a friend in Indiana who did that, who has those. Ugh, just put it out of its misery. It just looks like a glob of grease at that point. Dude, it's over. The video's over. The video ended... I'll tell you where you should have ended the video. Here. Where is it? Let's go back. When he takes his second bite, give or take. That's where it should... Oh god, the grease. That's where it should have ended. Instead, he keeps on going. And that's where you lose. You just did that absolutely to mock. Welcome to my Patreon, but okay, so what should we look at next? Rant and advice. Something that doesn't involve him eating.
YouTube, I'm gonna make a quick little video before I pass out for the evening.
45 minutes is a quick little video.
Hope you're all having an awesome.
He dresses like he peaked the day Hot Topic had a sale when he was a teenager. Which he probably did. Oh, 19,000 subs. Yeah. When I say this man is successful, he is successful. He makes money from the wands, and people donate via text-to-speech all the time. He has enough money, but then he's always complaining about rent and bills because he spends all his cash on fucking like $60 pizzas that he'd have delivered. Or he'd modify his sex doll. Or he'd buy the puppet. Or he would go on benders so long that every bar would ban him from his local area. He needs a handler for his money. And I honestly think the only person in his life would be his dad. Because he's going to do the same thing again. People donate to troll him. He makes a shit ton of money. He then goes and fucking squanders it and complains he doesn't have enough money, and the cycle continues. And did he clean up the stain? I can't see. Did he move it? He doesn't move his hat. Oh man. There's I think a stain behind here. Maybe that's why he's got his hat up. Has he made pizza? I have before. It's pretty fun. I've not made pizza from scratch, but I have bought the base, like the plain base pizza, and then I poured like tomato puree in and evened it out. Threw tons of cheese on top. I got some Cajun chicken and sliced that up into it, and pepper, and there was one more thing. Jesus, what was it? I don't know why, but my mind keeps saying oregano. What the hell would I throw oregano on top? Was it thyme? It was something like thyme. Might be bay leaves. It was bay leaves. I threw bay leaves on top. Turned out to be fine. It was alright. But it wasn't as great as all that. It wasn't as great as it could have been, you know?
Thanksgiving week.
Now, my friend Ashley, who's been, who I hung out with in Omaha and has been on this show, Elf King, in the Discord. That's why I don't have any problem doxing them, because they've been on the show enough times. They have made pizzas from scratch for a living. And apparently their ones they've even broken out into the deep dish types, the Italian types, and then the thin German types with no crust. That one's hard to do, but very that's nice with sweeter stuff, I think. Hold on, and then grab that one. Wee's dough turned out kind of rectangular though. Yeah, I made it didn't turn out to be a pizza. It turned out to be like bruschetta, where it's like a sandwich. It's like a sub that has its top ripped off, and then it's just a pizza on top of it, like a mini pizza. I've made one of them by accident because I tried to make a regular pizza, and when it came out, it turned out to be absolutely gorgeous. And I was like, oh wow, this is actually really nice. Come on. Is this a video or a live stream? Smoke-free building does not mean you are free to smoke.
Roma Army posted this video from a TikTok user.
No, I'm not ripping it.
We are in for a good time. A good time. Does he not know how to have like picture-in-picture? Does he not know how to use like OBS? Or XSplit?
I'm sorry. You want to tell me that if that was gender reversed, that would be acceptable and allowed on TikTok?
Well, to put it to you in perspective, there is a TikTok video featuring a dude at a party hanging out with some people, and then these chicks just decide, for whatever reason, to gang up on this dude and try to rip his shirt off. And does he know these chicks? Probably not. And for all we know, that video could be scripted for a TikTok video, but for the sake of this video, let's say the video that we just witnessed wasn't scripted. You see like 2 or 3 chicks trying to rip off this dude.
Is that balding? That's balding. And he's doing a comb over. COBES. Let it happen. Let it happen. You'll look less pathetic. Let it happen. And once a month, shave it. I'm actually due myself. That's why I've got all this fluff along the side. Shave it. Do whatever you want beyond the shaving. But once nature's knocking on the door, don't do anything but let it in. He is successful, but not in the way he wants to be. And the sad fact is, like, he's given offers to come on shows. Ben Pine, Billy, DP, they tried to bring him on, and he said he was down for it, and then he kept on pushing it back. And you could tell he was, like, scared of being made fun of. Well, yeah. Every time I come on a show, I realize that's few and far between, I know, but I do it from time to time. I know I can be ripped apart. And when we have guests on, sometimes I rib them, and sometimes they rib me. And here's the thing. COBES, if you end up watching this, Bearded Ramblings would be happy to have you. And I was actually thinking this morning. We would actually treat you with respect. But that does not mean we'd also cow down to you. We wouldn't make fun of you for things that you couldn't help. Alright? Your wonky eye, for example. But we would poke fun of your decisions and the consequences and your attitudes and you. Because that's just what it is. If you don't like it, then why are you on the internet? And why are you successful? You're successful because you're a lol cow. You have nearly 20,000 subscribers. How many of them genuinely like you? How many of them watch you like I do and like other people do for the lols? The lols you create by just being you. If you leaned into it, it wouldn't be as authentic, but you'd be happier.
Sure, he's not having any of it. He's like, what?
Look at Mickey Richards. He's living the best Mickey Richards lives he can. Legit question. Is there something... anything presented in his videos he's actually good at? Making wands. He plays the guitar, but because of copyright, I don't know if I could watch it. Because if he is very good, then we'll guess the channel like might lose this video. So the stream.
No, that's just it, Roma Army. You are precisely right, 100%.
All right, this is a live stream.
On TikTok of 2 dudes trying to rip off a chick's shirt. That shit would not fly. Oh my god, dude, did we scream?
But also, he has political views I don't stand by. I think he's a MGTOW. He probably also hasn't had sex since like 2010. So, like, and yeah, he's trying to give advice. I give advice from a dude's perspective to another dude. I'd actually be very good at giving him advice. Because I see a lot of what I could be in this. Because he also has Asperger's. But like a lot of people with Asperger's use it like a crutch. And no. No, 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 no.
Of sexual assault from the hills and back.
He uses it to make himself the victim so everyone else is at fault. I've had to deal with that enough this week. If anyone knows what that's a reference to, keep that one to yourself.
Look at that guy's fucking face, bro. He was having none of that. He was physically saying stop. Oh, but sexual assault doesn't happen to men. That was straight up sexual assault. The intent was to get sexually aroused by his body. That is sexual assault.
Well, if the intent was to get sexually aroused by their body, then what would you call it if a dude jacks off to chicks on Chatterbait with the intent to get sexually aroused from their body? The only difference is, if you're watching Chatterbait, you're not forcing it. Okay, that's the only difference. Like
you go on Chatterbait to masturbate. It's literally in the damn title. Omegle, if you like dick, there are women on Omegle, but they are so few and far between. Seriously, if a girl ever wants to feel pretty, no matter how she looks like, just go on Omegle. You will be such a rarity there that anyone will want to do anything with you.
these chicks were straight up.
He's replying to a video that I don't think he was even smart enough to put in the description, was he? Look at all these Teespring ads. Jesus Christ, that one doesn't even look like it works. Goth King Cobra, 666420. You ever want to throw money towards King Cobra? There you have it. Wait, PayPal. But then it says Gmail. See what I mean? Every time I think I'm bad at being on YouTube, boom, there's always a bigger fish. Someone will probably look at me and say that. Hey, that's just a feeding order, okay? So as far as I can tell, he is pissed off at some TikTok video about a dude who got more or less his clothes torn out at a club or party. It's happened to me. I walked in a door and a bunch of girls started going, woo! And one started to dance next to me. They thought I was a stripper. And I looked at them like this and I'm like, do you see this? And you think I'm the stripper? And one was like, no, but we'll give you 20 quid if you do. And she's like, no, give him something more. And they started to suggest things they could do for me. And I'm like, go on. The thing is, this wasn't a club. This was the fucking Dave's pub. I wasn't going to be solicited for sex in a local bar. I'd never get stares. I already get enough stares when I walk in that place.
Just trying their damnedest to rip this dude's shirt off.
They were fun though. I did chat to a lot of them. They were there for, it was for New Year's. It was New Year's and that girl's birthday. So they thought they had rented a stripper. And I just happened to look so weird, they thought I was a fucking stripper. But, no, seriously, if he doesn't want to take his clothes off, don't force him. I fucking knew I was going to be in the punchline.
Stop and be as delicate as you can. Because that's just the society we live in. You can't just shove a chick off when she's doing crap like that, otherwise people look at you like you're a monster who hits women, so, you know.
Yeah, double speed, what you gonna do?
If it would have been played out the other way, if it would have been like two dudes trying to rip off his chick's shirt, and she straight up cold-cocked one dude in the fucking face, broke his nose, and then crotch-kicked the other dude, and both dudes are all going, ah!
Whoa, shit! Like, that got extra violent. All you need to do is just whack him between the legs, and the other guy's like, whoa, what the fuck? Instead it turned into a setting up this girl as a badass scene in Act 1 of an action film. Hey, baby, how much for a good time? I'm off the clock. I'll say what you are on off. Whoa, we need this girl on our team. Popping this stream was worded just for that.
And one dude's on the floor going, you know what I'm saying? Nobody would think twice about it. They're like, yeah, you know, you were within your rights, honey. Those dudes are being creeps, and that's not cool. You know? But with dudes, we can't do that crap. We're not supposed to.
Yeah, we can. It's better if you don't do that regardless. Like, the girl shouldn't do that, and the guy shouldn't do that. But, like, if you're getting assaulted, then yeah, it doesn't matter if they're a woman or a man. Fucking floor them. But it's much better if you walk away.
Supposed to hit women, so if, you know.
I got some stories I'll never tell. And not that me hitting women, but me afterwards being accused of not being a man enough and taking a swing when I should have walked away. men and women. And I walked away, and I'm like, yeah, but I did the smart thing, and they'll destroy themselves. More often than not, I'm actually proven right. If not, I don't care. I just want them out of my life.
Negative stereotype that says all men want is pussy. You know, the society we live in expects men to be in the mood.
Have whack people on their asses, though.
It's just seen as a shock. Because
Sometimes you can't walk away.
Sexualized in our society, and because men are constantly expected to always want sex, both women and men are put under way too much pressure to have it.
Oh, I say 3 years from now, this will be as empty as the Gobi Desert.
But you know, you always hear this argument from women about how they're sick and tired of men and making all these gender-based assumptions, right? Like whenever you hear a woman say that all men are just assholes, oh, believe me, if I had $100 for every time I heard that, I'd be a...
They're being hyperbolic. That's like if I say all women are bitches. I don't think all women are bitches. I'm just venting because I've had a bad week and I've blamed some of it, true or not, on some women. And then I coalesce it and saying all women are bitches. That's his Asperger's at full work.
You wish son of a bitch. But
He
ladies,
doesn't understand.
Doesn't just steam your snatch. You can hear steam. You can hear steam blowing out your vagina.
Let's listen to that one again.
But you know, you always hear this argument from women about how they're sick and tired of men and making all these gender-based assumptions, right? Like whenever you hear a woman say that all men are just assholes, oh, believe me, if I had $100 for every time I heard that, I'd be a rich son of a bitch.
Let's hear that one exact.
But ladies, doesn't that just steam your snatch? You can hear steam blowing out your vagina like a teapot.
I think even he realized he's got to be ripped apart for that one. I'm going to find a clip of just his face and clip it out, and I'm going to do something with it.
That's been on the stove, and the tea's heated up, and it's whistling to let you know it's ready to be poured. The tea is nice and hot, right? Doesn't that just steam your snatch when guys throw that crap at you as a woman? All women are just this. Exactly my point. Now, women have no idea what it's like. You know, could you imagine if society had that?
I suppose it boils our balls when women say all men are dicks.
The other way around. What if society said that sexual assault never happens to women? You know what I'm saying? You never hear that crap. Because
yeah, you do hear that shit from a lot of people who are pieces of shit. And some of which would probably consider you a very smart dude.
You hear women everywhere from the hills and back going, excuse me? Why is it, though, that when it comes to sexual assault, it's only talked about when it happens to women, but when it happens to men, people are like, meh. Because it fits the narrative. It fits the quote-unquote status quo. It plays out the narrative. Because women are seen as mother-like, nurturing, and caregiving. So the idea of a female committing sexual assault is just unheard of. And because women don't have that stereotype flanked against them.
We're getting a good insight into COBES' psyche. Take cliff notes here, folks. We're now getting to see what COBES thinks of women.
All you women want is dick. You don't care about a man's emotions. You never hear that shit from women. Because as soon as women try to get some dick, they get slut-shamed for it. And again, as soon as a man tries to respect a woman, he gets simp-shamed for it.
That happened to him. He probably tried to hit on like an OnlyFans or My Free Cam girl, and she's like, "Yeah, okay, thanks for the money, bye."
If you want women to give you pussy and you want men to be more respectful, then stop slut-shaming and simp-shaming each other. I'm sick of it.
Ooh.
And furthermore, if we're going to celebrate a man's conquest, let's celebrate a woman's conquest too.
Alright, I agree with that. But again, not the cultures I go around. For every one person who still has to hold out that women shouldn't be like sluts, like, there's like 3 people I know who'd be like, "Woo! Yeah, you had some fun, didn't you?"
Yeah, girl, go out and get your...
I'll be one of those people.
Ride his turkey baster until he stuffs your turkey full of gravy. Is it white gravy?
No! Not after that video we watched previous. Do not make that parable. I'm actually skipping on ahead for that. I don't not want that connection.
Not to physically pin you down and kick your ass. Oh, well, that's different. Hey, guys, sorry to hear it. Yeah, you know, that's just it. When sexual assault happens to men, society looks the other way. They're like, wait, all you men wanted sex. How is it assault?
There's a level of truth to that, unfortunately. But it's not as bad as he thinks. Like, if a bunch of girls like raped a dude with like a bottle, which happens, then yeah, they're going to jail. But more often than not, if a guy gets assaulted sexually by a woman, it's usually something that he himself doesn't realize happened until like years later. There are some real horrible stories of dudes realizing that they've never been able to hold down a relationship because a girl, maybe when they were kids or they were like passed out drunk, did stuff to them. And since then it was always a sort of like a dark cloud over their head. Because that's what rape does to you. Or sexual assault anyway. Like, sexual assault can give you at least a terror of something.
It happens to women, and everyone's up in arms. Okay, honey, whose dick do we gotta cut off? Whose balls do we gotta step on? When it comes to things like domestic abuse, rape, sexual assaults, it happens to women, everyone's disgusted. You know? It happens to men, no one gives a shit.
Also, I'm stopping enough times that if this stream gets taken down because I'm taking someone's material and making it my own, I can actually point at this and be like, look at the amount of times I stopped and commented on this video. So I am sorry if you want like a bigger flow, but I'm jumping around and talking enough to basically deconstruct it enough, you know?
Take, for example, when a male teacher molests his underage female students, everyone says what a fucking disgusting creep he is, but when a female teacher does it to her male students, people are going, how hot was she?
No, the meme is nice. And, no. But of course, if you ask a bunch of teenagers what they'd like, they'd be like, oh, yeah. But here's the thing, no one ever bothers to stop to ask the girl, what do they think? Yeah, doesn't make it right. Like, horny teenagers will fuck blunt objects that are in revealing shapes. They can't really consent with that power dynamic. And I think the power dynamic is the most important thing there. Not just the age. I mean, once you're 18... and, like, somebody's waiting the day you have your birthday to be like, so are you seeing anyone? And they're like, your dad's bowling buddy. Yeah. There's a whole reason why you shouldn't be interested in him regardless of his age.
Damn, that chick's kind of cute. You got some guy drinking beer with his buddies going, huh, why didn't I have a teacher like that growing up? All the guys giving each other that guy nudge like, yeah, fuck up.
I will tell you a story. When I was in secondary school, that's our high school and middle school combined, junior year and senior year. Junior is middle school for Americans, and high school is would be senior year. With the second last senior year being the it's called a gap year, where if you want to learn a trade like carpentry or metalwork or engineering, you leave school and you do like an apprenticeship for a year. But that doesn't matter. What matters is I was in juniors, I must have been about 15, and I had these special classes on the side with one-to-one with this teacher. And she was short, she had big curly red hair. She looked like the stereotypical American dream of an Irish girl. And she was in like a business suit, and she would it would just be a one-to-one. I'd be at one side of the desk, she'd be at another. And she just asked me simple questions because, like, I've got mental problems as well. Like, I've got Asperger's like him. So afterwards she'd say, if we finish fast enough, you can do your homework. So one day I look over and she's at a cabinet and she's bent over and I see her underwear. And at the time, I found that incredibly hot. And for 2 or 3 weeks afterwards, I'd always hear whatever she'd say as some sort of like maybe an opening to do something to be alone with her. That's beyond stupid. Like, I'm a child, more or less. Legally, definitely I'm a child. And she's an adult woman. Young, attractive, and I think was interested in one of the other teachers. At least that was the scuttlebutt around school, but I mean, horny. A rank of horniness permeates every high school. She never knew, but she probably guessed. However, I always remember this, and I'm thinking, if she had been serious, I would have been too scared to do anything. So anyone years later who's like, oh, I wish I had a teacher like that. Fuck no, you didn't. If you would have gotten your wish, you'd have either come after 5 seconds or you would have run away scared, which would have been the better option. But at the time, the fantasy mill was in full swing. Can't even remember her name now. Christ.
Cough.
They weren't even all that cute, good panties. They were like cotton ones that had like little flowers on them. They were the comfort pants. I've lived with women enough now to know they were just our comfort undies. Yes, Cobes. Oh God, look at that. Look at that balding. Look at that balding.
And a girl was assisting in having that done to my shirt, I would be knocking every single one of their heads in and calling the police. And someone posted a video of it, that would be evidence at their trial. But a guy, does he get that same respect? No. He gets sexually assaulted and laughed at.
Yeah, that's about the truth of it.
It's about the half-truth of it. There is an angle there.
He shows up to a party, his girlfriend says, nah.
And this is the start of MGTOW logic.
You go out and have fun with your friends. Now, if he's a real boyfriend, you know what he'll say to his girlfriend? Well, hey, if you're not feeling good, I can hang out with my friends anytime. I'm going to stay home and keep you company. Make sure you're feeling all right. Eat anything. Back rubs, a foot massage.
Was he saying that to himself? I missed that part.
Feeling good. Yeah, that's about the truth of it. You know what I'm saying? Dude shows up to a party. His girlfriend says, nah, I'm not feeling good. You go out and have fun with your friends. Now, if he's a real boyfriend, you know what he'll say to his girlfriend? Well, hey, if you're not feeling good, I can hang out with my friends anytime. I'm going to stay home and keep you company. Make sure you're feeling all right. Eat anything.
Unless, of course, it's a special event, in which case you have a right to have your own life. My first girlfriend was incredibly clingy, and that's what made me dump her. But, I tried to interact. Point is that she wasn't the best.
Hear things like,
guys, girls, especially guys, I think. This one's far more men than women. You need to have your own life, and you need to have your own time away from your partner. Interact with, have them included for sure, but have other interests besides them. That's why breakups, when they happen, is because when the breakups happen, a dude can never I think Vosh was talking about this actually. Jesus, guys, girls are okay a week later after a breakup, but a guy never is, because they had a friend group that was always there for them, while the guys don't have a friend group that came over and was supportive and shit and bounced them back up. Instead, a year later, the guy is stalking her on Twitter and shit, while the girl has gone through a few rebounds and probably gained and lost 40 pounds and has moved on with her life. Have your life outside of your relationship.
About a soap opera, call her sister or whatever. So you're like, okay, you know what, all right. In truth, the party who does, could you please keep your hands to yourself? I have a girlfriend, and yes, I work out. Pretty unfair.
Something COBES has never said in his entire life.
Right.
COBES, if you're cold, put on a damn sweater. We see your guns. I have better guns. See that? See that? It's non-existent. Yeah, look at that non-existent gun. I'm still smart enough to wear this.
Now, my point being, ladies, if it's not okay for men to do, it shouldn't be okay for you women to do, right?
No one is saying the women... That was a good thing. Like, more often than not, I find women would be the first to defend the dude who got his shirt ripped off than men. Like, alright, no, some men would and some women would, but I mean, for God's sake, they don't matter. They really don't matter. So...
Affects them and the female sex. That's called feminazi.
Look at that pale flank right there.
You can't expect gender equality when it only benefits your gender. That's called sexism.
There should be, like, wafts of tactical soap smell coming up. Like little wavy lines. Maybe flies. If his second name was like Beelzebub or something like that, the Lord of Flies and Pestilence. Nurgle's rot loves you. Grandfather Nurgle.
That's also called entitlement, believe it or not.
He needs to wear more green.
And if women want more people to join the feminist movements, your radical bitch bullshit is going to scare people away.
Movement.
Because it's cruelty to snakes. They outlawed that shit in India, by the way, so, yeah.
It'll still happen. What the fuck? Whoa! Was that a genuine COBES laugh right there? Not the sort of ha, but like an actual
nagging tits that you already have a girlfriend, she would not be happy with you.
It looks like he's about to cry! But this is like a genuine laugh from him! Oh my god! What about curiosity? Oh, hi everyone! Jesus, I was worried no one was fucking watching! Hi everyone! If you like the stream, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Help the channel out. And don't be afraid, live chat, do not be afraid, good sirs and madams and everything in between. The chat exists. It's good to know who's watching what. Oh, I can guess you got the downvote. Oh no. What a masterfully dark action you did there, sir. Or perhaps, what a rotten thing to do to go after my tender
ladies,
reasons.
You cannot tell me for
really
one
tragic of
second that if a dude's being super creepy and super forward with his flirting, that it creeps you out, it pisses you off, it gets your snatch all steamed up, and not in a good way either.
He's fighting humor and sadness right now.
You're like, excuse me, who is this creep? What? Why are they being super aggressive with their flirtings? No. So why do it to men? Second half of this video, I'd like to give a shout out to Marvin the Wizard. He was on Discord with me and a couple of my peeps. Also, a shout out to
I've heard of Marvin the Wizard.
Eric the Goat Guy. You want my advice for getting more likes on YouTube or getting more followers? Stop giving a shit if people like your videos or not. Just do things for you. You know, do YouTube because you like making YouTube videos. And produce the content because you want to produce it.
Yeah.
And which is why this video is going to be called Rants and YouTube Advice.
And that, by the way, is one reason why he's very successful. Like, he gets bombarded with hate every day. But you know what? No fairness, he still does it. I don't think he has anything else in his life, but...
Or just rant and advice. Rants and advice. Short, sweet, to the point. Get a little juicy gender relations rant followed by, hey, if you want to make it big on YouTube, you know, showcase your hobbies on YouTube. Like for me, I love to play guitar. I love to cook. I like to rap, sing. I rap.
I can't remember the last time you rapped, but I think that's what we're going to end the stream with.
I cook, I make drink combinations. You know, I do rants.
Which will be the next thing, because I'm going to be playing the American Truck Simulator after this fairly quickly. I'm going to get myself a little bit more food and then hop on to the trucking. So we'll watch one more thing after this video, and then...
Like, for example, Valentine's Day 2020, well, February, a couple months before the pandemic started, I wanted some money.
Trucks. See my truck? Don't look at my truck?
I wanted some money for Valentine's Day. I was single and depressed about it, so I was like, you know, and fuck being depressed about being single anymore, dude. Like, I'm no longer as depressed about being single. I just kind of accept it, you know? If I can find a hot...
Oh, dude. It's something you want to change about yourself. Alright? It's something you want to change about yourself. So change it. You have the power. It's... Like, if you weren't... I know people who are asexual, alright? And they are okay with not having a... They're okay with not having a relationship, obviously. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they get married and shit for, like, tax reasons. But they honestly don't give a shit. He clearly does. But he doesn't... He's actually given up, and that's really sad, because I have had stints in the wilderness, and I'm currently putting myself out there, but you know, after a while it becomes more natural than not that you're not with someone, and then you kind of convince yourself that it's okay, and it's okay, and it's okay. But the thing is, you always know in the back of your mind that it's not, and it's a little bit worrying, because you always have this lack of something, or rather someone in your life every day that you're noticing. So I hope he corrects himself with that by just putting himself out there, because statistically, he is likely to get someone. Everyone is. Now, I have no fucking clue the woman who would be interested in COBES here, but she's out there. Apparently, there's at least one cam girl who finds him hot. She should say hi to him sometime. He'll probably burn all bridges within 5 seconds, but that's his fuck up to have. Like, I'm still on fucking Tinder and Plenty of Fish. I check that out every day. Even get the occasional response. Because I'm playing.
Okay, girl of my own, cool. If not...
I play video games, and girls find that hot.
Motherfuckers end up in the worst relationships because in my society,
we're all gonna die alone,
and they feel pressured by
regardless.
their own natural desires, and sometimes being alone sucks, but it has its advantages. You know, if you say to yourself, fucking hey, I want to call my friends up and we're gonna have a couple beers at the bar, and it's Friday, and whatever, you know?
Then bring your girlfriend out with you. I loved bringing my friends out to meet my girlfriend and hanging out with them. Last time I was in a relationship. Like I said, time before that, despite my efforts, she wasn't interested, but like, dude, you can combine both worlds. Just be sure to have your own little slice of heaven.
You can do that without someone else going, you're going to the, really? You know what I'm saying? People are gonna get sick of it, dude. You know?
Alright, great idea. Great fucking idea. Bow down and worship me. And like, share, and subscribe on this channel. Give me donations and Streamlabs, because I want it. I'm not going to even come up with some excuse. I just want the cash. 2021, somebody, maybe me, maybe not, we set up a sort of blind date, game show where we find King Cobra a girlfriend. What do you think? Great idea? Terrible idea? My God. Why are you wearing sunglasses at night?
Just do a video, post it, you know, give it a couple days to gain traction, and then...
I wear my sunglasses at night.
Likes it gets... I get people who will block my videos with dislikes, so the like to dislike bullshit is really irrelevant. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, now you're going into that.
You have Why is why? It's because you're a faggot, isn't it? And it's like, no, you're just not my type. You know, if a
I feel sorry for him if he ever had someone scream at their face, "Are you a faggot?" Yeah, he's not. He's just really awkward and stuck in his ways.
guy said that, and men have a harder time with breakups.
Thank you, Arthur. One person validating me is all I needed.
Because they realize, oh wait, there's always going to be some guy willing to buy her a drink at the bar. She'll get over.
What would we call it? It should look like some sort of Tim Burton's Nightmare version of like Blind Date. So instead of all the pastels, it would be like Baroque artwork, and like the door would look like some sort of like vampire's bat wing that would come out. The thing is, all the girls on the other side would have to be volunteers. They know who COBES is. No, I can see a huge problem with that. COBES would be so desperate that he would just select the first voice he heard on a whim, go out, and then be more depressed a week later when it didn't work out.
For her current ex, like that, when she realizes that women have a lot more value on the dating scene than men.
God, you know what? I might watch, not tonight, but maybe next week. If they're not copyrighted, I would love to watch old Blind Date stuff with Cilla Black. Big shout out to my UK and Irish buddies. The Cobra Den. Oh, that's a good name. Can you survive living in the Cobra? No, that sounds more like a reality TV show. Do you dare enter the Cobra Den? And it's just like a really bad Photoshop picture of COBE's face on top of on a cobra going, "We're your hosts, Low Energy Videos." And alright, we need like someone failed. I would have actually said no, he's dead. With Low Energy Videos and Chris Hansen. Chris every episode would be grilling COBES more than the girls. Now, why do you think that about women? Can I ask you a question? How old is old? Well, you know, if they're in their 20s and they haven't had kids, I guess their prime's gone now. Why do you have a seat? I'm already sitting. Oh, sorry, force of habit. Chris, call me. We can set this shit up.
For how big their dick is, and do they know how to use it?
I promise to protect you from the evils of Billy the Fridge and Onision. Ooh.
And how good looking are
maybe
they?
Billy.
How fat is their bank account?
I don't know. I don't know if I could handle Onision.
And mentally, can they be the strong, silent type? Here's the best part of it before I wrap up the video. When women find out that men can be just as emotional as women, it freaks women out. And when men find out that women...
No, women know this. They've known this probably more of their lives than men realizing that women are more complicated than they know how to deal with. And again, these are all generalizations. I've known women who are basically planks of wood with no personality and depth to them. And they probably had incredible depth, but they just never expressed it. And I've known men who were beyond expressive. I'm fucking camp as hell. I would burst into the room dressed up as Elton John in his prime, but with the body of Elton John now. And then I'd be shocked that every gay guy would be like, "Ooh, who's that?" He's someone who's wondering if you have a sister. Is that a code word? Because no, I mean like a literal sister. I've got one that's married.
Tough and strong as men can be physically.
Is it a happy
It
marriage?
freaks them out. Have you seen these chicks who fight in the UFC? Man, these are some badass women, dude.
It's like he's just realizing women can actually kick ass.
Nothing screams women's lib like a women. Like a
I've seen a woman
these chicks are bad to the bone, dude.
beat another woman with one of her own stilettos. And I think both of them were too drunk to realize this, but the stiletto was facing inward, and it was around her eye. It never got into her eye, but you could see the girl's face was covered in like these jab marks. I saw a girl hit a bouncer in the face, and she had a row of sovereign rings. She was chav as fuck. This was the UK, of course. And big shout out to Brighton on a Saturday night. Everyone thinks it's classy, but I can show you some places. I can show you some fucking places. And this row of sovereign rings, and she just fucking she was a skinny, scrawny bitch. Her mini skirt looked like it was barely being held up by her midriff, and she wasn't getting in because she was sloshed. She was absolutely sloshed. And instead of her having a fight or anything like that, she just turned around, and the bouncer was this. He was taller than me. I don't know how much foot. Built like a tank, of course. Black dude who dressed in the standard bouncer wear, which looks like you look like a character from the Matrix, like one of the Resistance. And turns around and she smacked him across the face, and he didn't go back. He didn't go down, but he slammed up against the door frame opposite of him. And the look on his face would be the look that any human being would give. Like, what the fuck was that? Like, he was fucking pissed off. And she was going for him, but the other bouncer, who was shorter than me, like a little fucking squirrely dude. They always do that with bouncers. It's weird. They always have one bouncer a little bit taller than the other. She was jumped and she was pinned, and then she's screaming, right, but no one was buying it. No one was helping her, because there was like a line of 20 people out, which then quickly became a crowd, as is ancient tradition. This goes back to probably Babylonian times, I'm not going to lie. There's probably ancient clay tablets talking about a fight outside of like a place where they all drank wine. And she was just drag kicking and screaming, tossed out to the curb. So yeah, women can fucking throw down, but they're still going to get their ass beat when need be. They get more vicious in fights, though. I noticed that.
Of course, if you don't have cable and you want to watch two chicks fights, step one, show up to a bar. If you're going to buy a chick a drink, buy her a drink. You know, give her a cheers, a sriracha, a salute.
Don't buy her a drink. Talk to her first. Find an excuse to talk to her. And then go back and forth and see if it works. And then if not, then go back to doing what you were doing before. Looking at your phone, talking to your friends, talking to the barman, chatting to another girl, which, what the fuck are you doing? Like, that's some poor etiquette right there, but I've done it and I've seen it happen, and it's happened to me. Oh, it definitely happened to me. I was chatting to a girl for like 2 hours, and she was whispering all these niceties into my ear, and she had to go to the toilet, and then she kind of got distracted. And I know this because I went down to the toilets, and there she was banging a dude in the hallway. And you know what? I realized then I'm not the selfish type, because I was like, and she's like, she's like being held up against the wall. And he's going in, he doesn't care. And I'm just there like, enjoy yourself. And I just scrooched on by, went into the toilet, left, really narrow alleyway, and they were gone. They were gone by the time I came back out. And I just was like, says more about me than it does about her.
All that good shit. But, and leave it at that. If she chooses to engage in conversation with you...
She was a slapper, that one. She was a slapper.
Stare at her mouth when she talks.
A slapper.
I don't know how hard she's trying to show off her tits. If you make an effort to not stare at them, even though she's trying hard to show them off, you know, because that's the biggest crock of crap double standard. You know, sometimes women are just trying to dress comfortable, really. It's hot as fuck outside, you know, that's why guys free ball in the summertime, right?
There's a whole lot of reasons why men free ball. Free the ball. Because I'm free. You're free balling. Oh my god, was that him coding a message saying that he's wearing no underwear right now?
Free ball in the summertime, right?
I don't know if that was conscious or subconscious. But that's worth all this shit just for that moment. Earlier, Rose got his fill. Mine is this. Is this beauty. Right here.
I've heard both sides of that argument.
Now he's stretching them out a little bit. Just get the spready. A little bit of spready going on here.
Excuse me, my eyes are up here. Then why are you trying to show them off? So then they might say, excuse me, we're not trying to fucking show them off. We're trying to dress comfortably. And in this argument, I will side with the woman on this because, let's be real, fellas, like, having balls doesn't...
Oh, God, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little arrow pointing down. Scroll for details, and it's right in between his legs. Screen cap that. I'm gonna fucking screen cap that one. Oh, you can't see it. No. Oh, I'll post it up on our Discord if you haven't already. Do join it. Give me a second. We're done with this video. We'll watch one more of his stuff. Much shorter than this, I hope. We'll find something that he does that's short. And we'll make it work. I'll put it in memes. Last three have been COBES centric. Join the Discord to see the nuance of my magnificence. But no, we're done with this video. So he's basically just saying that like guys and girls have different rules, but they don't really, not the way he thinks. But there is still some major divides. This one looks like it has tons of screen. This one tons of Streamlabs. So this should be no. I don't want a whole hour though. Is there nothing smaller? Food hacks. Ah. If there's nothing. $2021 beer review, chillin'. Night video, chillin'. You got any streams on this one? There's even less to look at. This is before he moved. Look at the difference. This is the last one before he... no. This is the last one he had before his channel got... He had to move. See? 2 apartments. The difference. You can already see all the stuff packed up and ready to go there. Alright, we'll go through chilling, but we're going to skip it.
Hello.
We're going to skip and dance around it.
YouTubers, we're live. Hanging out.
There's a stain. It's there every single time he streams. It's either a shadow from blinds that are like on his window, but it's so particular. It has to be a stain of some kind. People think jizz. I'm thinking food. I'm taking the high road. I'm thinking like mayonnaise. He just sprayed everywhere. It might be jizz. I don't know. But I mean, it's still there. Which, for fuck's sake, dude, it can't be that hard to get rid of.
Chilling like rockstar villains. Now tomorrow.
Chilling like...
What is up? Oh, Tap. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Hope y'all are having an awesome Thanksgiving season so far. Josh Kunn just subscribed. Thank you for that.
See? This is how he makes his... Rose was saying it earlier. How's he got 20,000 subscribers? He's got 20,000 subscribers because people want to see him. He is like this black hole of what the fuckery. The more you look at him, the more you're like, what? There's disgusting moments. There are stupid moments. There are moments where you want to slap him over the back of the head. Little moments you want to pat him on the shoulder and go, ah, it's okay. And then there's just humor. Humor. And I bet he thinks this hat looks good. I've had hats that were this banjax and I've just thrown them to the curb. I probably threw my fedora to the curb when it was this bad one point. He found it and was like, wow, this is a great idea. I'm going to wear this.
Oh, I love my new place. You don't even know. Fantastic Wednesday.
Dopo la conclusione del video stiamo tentando di salire sui campanili della cattedrale di Sisi, Sarrufino. Finalmente ce l'abbiamo fatta. Allora, vedete, qua sotto ci sono le corde, cioè i buchi guardando dove si suonavano quando era la corda.
Okay, he's looking at Spanish there. When you say your apartment is smoker friendly, is that just an assumption? Or were you told you could?
I know they're smoker friendly, don't worry about it. Thank you for your donation. Check the Google reviews of your new apartment also. I don't care if Alex did that, I really don't. A new bell tower. Check the Google reviews of your new apartment also.
Also, Alex Stoat with whatever.
I don't care if
Does he not know how to rescale shit with OBS? Like, it's the easiest thing in the world. You just control and drag over the icon. You make it fit. How many streams have I started off where the camera is just a little bit off kilter? You know?
Alex did that, I really don't.
And I refixed it.
A new bell tower channel that I have not yet seen. This is all we do is bell towers, let's see. Yep. Nothing but bell towers by the looks of it.
Well, y'all gonna help him? Y'all just gonna stare. Like, no, how deep is this hole go? Until you cannot trust nature's holes. Oh, look at the hole. I'm gonna go head first. Bye.
When are we getting a tour of the new Cobra layer, my lord? Cobra layer! I like the sound of that. The Cobra layer. You have entered the lair of the Cobra. There will be no escape from the stench.
People really do be doing that, though. Yeah.
Answer his question.
When we get a tour of the new place, maybe when my subscriber count goes past 20,000 subscribers, maybe.
I'm gonna throw my whole life away. Risk it all for this hole. No, that's illegal, man. As a kid, I was.
1 second, YouTube. Throw my punk can away.
Whoever was smart enough to tell him to put like a tarp over his chair was a genius, because the stains, you know? In summertime, I imagine he sweats quite a lot. He doesn't wear any shoes or
Basically, it
socks!
was one of those things where, like, you see a cat getting stuck in a jar and you have to wonder, was tequila involved? Yeah.
I mean, you get out. Like, what do? You just, like, shatter it, you pull the tail, get it out backwards, or let cat figure it out. I just want the cat to get out. It's upsetting me. Okay, it's okay. Jordan, stay.
But real talk, if your jeans are so fucking tight, you go to take them off, they get stuck on your feet. Dude, no.
Take them off.
Is this just him watching, like, reality TV shows? Like, what's going on?
Machine is...
Shout out to poor Casper PD paid to watch you watch this. Bulio lives matter. No, blue lives matter.
That's a no bueno. Yes, indeed, a shout out to the boys in blue. You know.
Oh, COBES support cops. How interesting. Considering he probably was called, the cops were called more than once on him outside of a strip club. She said I was the best guy she ever was with. What, you had sex with her? No. So, the stripper told you that you were the best guy she ever took her clothes off in front of. She sounded serious. Ah, Jesus, just go home, kid. He rubs his head, he pulls back, and it's like this layer of grease.
Have to fucking do that shit if my trolls weren't dickheads.
On a ski lift. Oh no! This was about to happen to me. He's just taking off my pants.
Yeah, it's
Oh my god.
just him watching.
Do we need to get a hold of your parents? I'm like, don't give me that bullshit, dude. Don't give me that bullshit. Like, I just really. So yeah, if you're on a ski lift, you gotta.
Come on, give me more donos. Donos. I saw text.
You're pretty, you have to leave me out of my mouth. So apparently a few years ago she did this.
And if you want to give me donos, check out that beautiful Streamlabs link. Send me what you want. It's probably going to be not as good. Are you going to be upshown by COBES fans? Aye. Yo, I heard that racist shit you were saying about me, and I am on my way to teach you a lesson about Dope District 12.
Boy, fuck you. I don't say racist shit to people, dude.
You started the fucking sentence with the word boy! This is going to be racist.
That was somebody pretending to be me. You realize this, right? 1, and 2, you realize it's illegal to hit someone. I have Asperger's.
Gold, 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 gold.
Motherfucker. It's illegal to hit someone with autism.
Normal speed for that one. That one earns normal speed. Oh my god. Did he say what I think he said? His new dig's starting to get the dirt shine on him. Did you see the cooking video there,
Boy,
Bill?
Fuck you. I don't say racist shit to people, dude. That was somebody pretending to be me. You realize this, right? 1, and 2, you realize it's illegal to hit someone. I have Asperger's, motherfucker. It's illegal.
He says motherfucker the same way Tommy Wiseau says motherfucker. Motherfucker. Every word is a fucking challenge. It's illegal to hit someone with fucking Asperger's. One more time. This is teaching me so much about what he thinks of the world.
A few years ago she did this.
Boy, fuck you. I don't say racist.
Boy, fuck you. Okay, so straight away that had racist undertones. I don't say racist shit. You do say racist shit. I recall you said something about black people being from the way every time you talk about a black person, it's always from the hood. So yeah, okay. You never see them, but it's the way he talks. You never seems like black people as sort of like people. He always just sees them as different, the other. But it's the other part here that I find interesting.
Shit to people, dude. That was somebody pretending to be me. You realize this, right? 1, and 2, you realize it's illegal to hit someone. I have Asperger's, motherfucker.
It's not illegal to hit someone in the right context. Assault can happen if, for example, you're defending yourself. If you hit back, that's assault. Some people think, ooh, this is assault, but that's America for you. But the Asperger shit? Where the fuck did he get that? Isn't it illegal to hit someone in general unless you sign a document in Washington to consent to mutual combat? I actually don't know about that. If you find any information about that, post it in general on the Discord.
It's illegal to hit someone with autism, you stupid mother.
No, it's not, or else at least 8 people I know would be in jail right now for hitting me. And I'd be in jail for hitting all 8 of them. And a lot of them didn't have autism.
See, oh, this account doesn't have any videos, and my account has more subscribers. Did you ever stop and think about that? No, you didn't.
See what he did there? He has more subscribers than me. He actually has 100 times, if I'm right, more subscribers. He has nearly 20,000 subs. Although his number's gone down. No. I thought it was 1919. It was 1905. I only have 200, or near around 200. I'm short. I'm short a small amount. This is what I'm saying. Like, if we can get up to, oh, we lost one more. Oh well. I was expecting we are going to lose a few over. How to put this? I made some judgment calls that I'm not backing down from, but it's going to piss off a lot of people. By the way, thank you so much for the likes. I know one of them is mine, but hell, so the fuck what? But yeah, no, appreciate the likes there, folks. If we can get 3 more subs before the end of the year, that would be brilliant. Just to have 200, the 200 mark before the end of the year. Not a requirement. Definitely wouldn't be turned away at the door, if you get my meaning. Anyway, yeah, no, I've actually had this argument thrown in my face no less than 3 times this week. One of which was in defense of Styx Hexenhammer. Just look at his sub count. Look at his sub count. Look at Brett Keen's sub count. Look at Shani for Christ and Revelation News' sub count. Anyway, I could have a sub count of 0 and still make a better argument than anyone. What a weird-ass mental gymnastics. But it doesn't happen if charges aren't pressed unless a police officer witnesses the assault in questions and depends on whether you are in the world that has to press charges. Okay, so it's really particular. Okay. So, for example, if a cop's next to someone who clearly has Down syndrome and a random person hits them over the back of the head with a bottle, even if that person with Down syndrome threw the first punch, so in that case it wouldn't be random. No, because then that would be assault. Alright, forget the bottle, just hits them. And the other person is responding to being hit in turn. Okay, but there's a good chance there won't be any charges pressed for a whole lot of reasons. Sure, you shouldn't hit someone with autism, but COBES? COBES knows what he's doing. He's just built up a level of bullshit around himself for protection. An understandable reason, but so does everyone else. A lot of people on the alt-right build up these fancy... The MAGA cope people are building up this fanciful idea that the elections were rigged and the Republican Party was in on it the whole time. Because they don't want to admit that they were wrong. Like, Trump will actually have to go out on stage and say that he is wrong. And even then, there'll be holdouts. Genuine holdouts. The only way we're going to do that is over time. Like, the only way we're ever going to be able to convince them to stop doing that is over time. As for COBES here, that person isn't coming over to punch you. They don't know where you live, and if they do, they're not going to come all the way out to punch you. There are people out there who do it. But, no. No, you're good.
Hatred in our society. There's the link for the new t-shirt.
These COBES isn't Brett Keen. Brett Keen is in Jared Genesis. Yeah, we used to think he couldn't get worse than Brett. But I remember a time people couldn't think of a worse president America had than Nixon. And then Bush came out. And then Trump came out. There'll be someone worse than Trump. I'm saying this now. This isn't like a big revelation. It's just statistics. There will be someone worse than Trump. In little ways and in a lot of ways. Nuances that I don't even have words for. But maybe in my lifetime, there will be someone worse than Trump.
Yes, sir. Racist towards blacks, now we're being racist towards whites, and that's only going to make the situation worse. Because blacks and women and minorities have had to face so much...
COBES, how can we send you fan mail? Do you have a P.O. box?
I will be getting a P.O. box set up as soon as I can.
So excited to hear you could coming to London. Yeah, I'd love to meet King Cobra. But when I meet him, I wouldn't be like, "Ha, you fucking fool, you loser, you giblet head." You wank stain, you. And then I'd kind of shake him constantly, and he'd be like, No, I'd be like, hey, Cobes, what up? Yeah, I've known you for years. You're an interesting fellow. I'd like to talk to you sometime. You want a drink? I'd actually buy him a drink. Sure. I mean, of course. Fuck it. And then I'd take him to a bar. Then I'd take him to another bar. And then all his other fans would leave because they couldn't keep up with the drinking. Or they'd get themselves banned. And he'd be like, I think I've had enough. I'm like, no, Cobes. Keep on drinking. And I'd keep getting him shit-faced and be like, I want to see boobies. And I'd take him to a strip club. And I'd throw him money. I just keep throwing him money. I'd be like, yeah, another lap dance for my friends here. Are you sure? I think he's asleep. Cobes, there's a girl here who looks like a traditionally sexy lady, and she says she finds you cute. Huh? Has she seen my wine collection? Yeah, she did. I see his wand there too. Oh, and it appears to be leaking magic juice. Yeah, we're going to need some towels here. And then I'll take him back home. And then I will have insights into King Cobra that none of you would have known about. Everyone opens up on a bender. At some point during the night, little ways, lots of ways, literal ways. I imagine at some point I'm going to have to hold his, not his hair back, his beard back maybe, as he gets sick. And don't get me wrong, it'll go south quickly if he starts going like, that brown monkey won't let me have another drink. You have no pants on there, Cobes. And party foul. You know? No. But no, I would literally treat him. I treat him like I treat him like a dignitary, worthy of respect. So yeah, no, if he ever comes to Dublin, I'll be there. Cobes, she isn't just a stripper. She's a big titty goth girl stripper. Cobes, are you there? He's there lounging on like a park bench. No, he landed on the park bench, but now he's on the ground next to the park bench. One hand still on the bench. A new pool. Every time I turn away, he's like the little horse Bart had to clean up after in The Simpsons. I say this, but what a shitty night for me. What a horrible night I would have had to deal with. I would have gone very quickly from being host to being caretaker to a fucking drunken gibbon.
Thank you, Wine King Goth. Appreciate the $5. Like, if you and your people and your gender have spent the last 500 plus years fighting for equality of rights, why do it to someone else? It's extremely hypocritical. And if anything, it's only going to make the shit worse. You know what I'm saying?
There are actually a few bars in Dublin where he would get along very well, but there's also a good chance people there would know who he is.
You're literally seeing this play out in our society.
Smoking, the others don't have that evidence. Good luck. Oh, I know! Smoke pole! I know what Smoke Pole's doing. Smoke Pole is trying to get that fucking seed of doubt in the back of Cobe's minds. Nice. You see, this is where I wish I had like a co-host. There's an idea I've been brewing with Mickey Richards this month. We're going to try it next week, actually, if he's not free. If he's not busy doing that now. So if not, no worries. We can reschedule. And Missy Ann in January. Should be pretty fun. We're just going to get ourselves fairly sloshed, and we're going to look at the internet's more notorious lolcows, and we're just going to go through their material and just chill and drink. I'm thinking of a name. I'm thinking like Two Lushes Present. But because I wouldn't want it more than two, because otherwise what's the point of having something on screen if there's more than two people? You need a good back and forth. Too many cooks in the kitchen, you know?
Like, it's ridiculous, dude, because now we live in a society where if you're mean or sexist or racist towards white males, nobody says shit. They're like, oh, well, you're the reason why we've had to fight for our equality, so you're just going to get what's coming to you. And it's like, you ever stop for one fucking second and think, okay, wait a minute.
I still don't like his beard. I absolutely cannot stand what he's done with his facial hair. Because that's the Amish beard, and they're the only people who can pull that shit off successfully. Because it looks right on them. It looks wrong when you see a young Amish man who can't grow facial hair. Like this is ugly, but it's in metamorphosis. It's in the pupae. It's in the cocoon. The Kakuna. You know, Pokemon. Kakuna uses Harden. It's super effective.
How extremely hypocritical that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Had a Dream speech, where he basically said he had a dream where blacks and whites just got along. Nobody gave a fuck what color your skin is. Nobody gives, you know what I'm saying? That's how it should be, dude. You know? Generally speaking, I don't go out of my way to harass people, dude. That just seems dumb and stupid. You know? Even when people are harassing me, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm just like, you know what? It's just not worth it.
Hope he doesn't think this was harassment. It was jabbing. But like I said, he ever wants to be a guest on the podcast, he ever wants to come over to Dublin, phone metaphor.
You know, it's dumb, YouTube. Well, like, we as a society are better than this.
Put these
We
back
really
up.
are.
I look stupid without them.
You got me in a ranting mood already, man. Goddamn. You have any idea how fucking sick and tired of it I am as a white male? People assuming that I'm either sexist or racist or...
The second he said that, he showed his colors.
Both just because of the penis between my legs and the balls dangling and the color of my skin. Oh wait, throwing an assumption at me based off of my gender. What happened to Sean's top hat? Thank you for asking that. It broke. I am gonna send Sean to get...
Wow, Cobes looks strange with his... I know, right? It shouldn't be this good.
Here after a bit. So...
If he had his eye go wonky after he started streaming, okay, that would be weird looking. But this is like the reverse.
We'll give that a...
We kind of want the wonky eye back. So much oppression in the Hispanic goth communities too, Cobe. That's because I'm not white. Doesn't mean it's blocked. The rest of it, dude. Scale your notifications down. Look. I'm gonna do a test right now.
This guy is unfucking believable.
Look.
This is a test donation for $45.
Oh God, the voice. I forgot about that. But it's not rocket science. You can move this shit around. See? You can rescale
This is a test
it.
super chat alert for $15.
Doesn't even take half a second.
I agree with you, Juan King Goth. I agree 100%. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's exactly my fucking point. People sit there and say that just because you're not white, blah, 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 blah. Fuck that.
Smelling smoke doesn't mean you're allowed to smoke. You better make sure you're not going... Woo! Smokey! Smokey's doubling down on this.
Dude, trust me, okay? Don't worry about it. I appreciate your concern. They were hoping against all hope that I would end up homeless or living with my parents. And,
No, I was hoping that you would get an apartment and that you'd be okay. But I was hoping that you would have learned your lesson and not acted the way you did.
It didn't play out like that, and now they're pissed.
If you fought another now you see this. I think Jared Genesis could take him. And I think Shani for Christ. I don't know if she's a tard, but tardism. Use the word right if you're going to use it. I don't know. The T is off-putting for some reason on that word.
If you fought another retard, would you go to jail? Probably not, just because it'd be my first offense. They'd probably let me out to the warning.
No. So what was the first offense for the guy who took a swing at you? Because you were getting angry because you couldn't pee in the corner of like a buffet. I don't think Rev could take COBES. So no. Rev's atrophied to the point where like his arms can't probably even do this. You know? He's gone full skinny. That's what the pills do to you, man.
And honestly, I don't go out of my way to pick fights with people unless they're picking fights with me. I never throw the first punch.
Okay, so I think that's it, unless there's any more. Oh, I got a few more before the end. Look at, you see, this is what I'm saying. This man is successful financially and viewer-wise. Yeah. It just doesn't help that every single one of these ones aren't supportive of him.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is there so much hatred on the internet? Maybe you should stop.
Maybe you should stop acting like a smug You have nothing going for yourself, 30 years old. Oh, yeah. This is low-base shit. You need... Look, if you're going to spend $4.20 to send him a message, send it to him something a little better than just, you're not good. No. Get creative. Get creative.
Stop acting like a smug. You have nothing going for yourself at 30 years old. Yeah, says the guy.
Yeah, you are. You don't, but you have this channel at least.
Impersonating my dad. Says the guy impersonating my dad.
Oh yeah, the guy is pretends to be his dad. Okay, so this was fun, but I've got a show to do fairly quickly. I'm glad we got the likes that we got. Background, boom. Okay, so I'm going to be going now, and I'll be back in about half an hour. You're going to see the new stream pop up, the countdown, give or take about half an hour. So, until then, hope you enjoyed this. I'd like to do this next week with another person. Jared Genesis, Kevin Joseph Smith. Now, there's a lot of people you might see on Drunken Peasants, for example, who wouldn't be good for this. They need to basically be a little bit unaware. There's this girl that Ryby watches that looks like... all I remember is that Billy the Fridge saw her once on like a tweet and said, "Is this Arby's the Fridge?" She is the ultimate example of trailer trash, and it is both amazing and horrifying in equal measure. But yeah, I'm going to be hopping on the trucking stream in about half an hour. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a likes, a shares, and subscribe. Check me out at Low Energy Videos on Twitter. Check me out on Discord, at our Discord. You'll find the links of all these down below. If you want to send me a little bit of the old cashy cash, I wouldn't say no to it. Check me out there on Streamlabs, and check me out on Twitch, where I do most of my gaming, except for Wasted Wednesdays, which I've now decided will always happen here on YouTube for old time's sake, and to have a little bit of diversity back and forth. And don't forget, this Friday, Bearded Ramblings, we're going to be joined by John Morgan at long last. Sorry about last week. Flooding was just making the internet really unlikely to work, and then it worked 5 or 10 minutes after the fact. What the fuck am I going to do with that? It's like the internet was mocking me that night. Anyway, I've had fun. I've had a lot of fun, and I hope this is to be the start of something pretty cool. So I will see you all again soon, and have a beautiful evening. And hope to see some of you later when we travel to Calorido to sell some Weederitos to some Stoneronies. Yeah. So check that out. Bye.